Okay, I love it when I do these little road trips like this and go around and photograph different places. And when every once in a while you'll get something that really captures the moment, captures what we're going through today. So I'm here at the West Baden Hotel, and this place was giant. Was giant. It is giant. Unbelievable. Let me show you. Look how magnificent. I think at one time it might have been the largest dome building existing. I think that was before the Astrodome and places like that came into play. So this hotel is huge, and it was in disarray for decades upon decades. In fact, a story I have about that is my brother one time came up here, and I mean, it was abandoned, and he had parked and he hiked back there, and he actually walked around, and there was a door open, so he actually walked inside, and he was saying it was spooky. It had like giant holes in the ceiling where it caved in. There were pigeons flying everywhere, and he could hear things, all kind of wildlife running around on the inside. So pretty crazy stuff, you know. But now they did a fundraiser for probably decades itself, just on the fundraiser. They raised enough money and they were able to put it back to its glory. Now, getting ready to show you what's so ironic about this whole deal, why it just absolutely tags what's going on today. Okay, I was wrong. I guess maybe it is open. The main entrance here is closed. I got this sign here up front: overnight guest, hotel guest, please enter via back drive, turn right on Sinclair. So that's interesting. That's interesting that they do have it open, but the main entrance is closed. But anyways, okay, back to my original point. This is what I think is so unusual. So here we have this grand hotel. Okay, and then look what is right next to it at the entrance. Is a COVID-19 check-in station. And this is the sign of the times right here. People getting tested, see if they're positive or not. Once again, Indiana is spiking up. We were one of the last to hit this last surge, but oh my God, my county went from 400 something to over 1,000 within a week and a half. So I know compared to the big cities that's not much, but for the little county I live in, that's huge. Anyways, there we go. That's what's going on. It's a new world, folks. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. It's like Don Lemon on CNN said. It's just a piece of cloth. Come on, man. You can do so much with it. It's not like we're asking you to wear a cape or a Batman costume or even a helmet with a shield on it. It's a simple mask. Wear it. Protect others. Be that hero. Woo! Okay. Man, is it hot out there. Holy cow. Woo! Alright. I just stopped and got some gas. And, I don't mess around with this COVID-19. If I'm going to get out, I'm going to wear my mask. My credit card that I use, I always have gel in the bottom of my door here with a pump on it. And when I get in, even the credit card I use, I'll gel it back and forth. I'll put it back in there, and I'll even take my wallet and I'll wipe the outside of my wallet down a little bit. Like I said, I'm just not messing around with this stuff. It's kind of funny, when I was at that church earlier, St. Joseph, walking around, apparently there was a couple that had a baby who was doing a christening, and I'd say there was probably 12, probably 12, 15 people standing there, all in a little group, talking. Most of them had masks on, and I know I was a good, probably at least 100 feet from them, because I saw them when they were standing, and I come walking up, and I made a big arch. Well, what's so strange is, at some point in that arch, all of a sudden, I smelled perfume. Okay? Boom, baby. That's how the virus spreads. It can be in an air current and just be floating off. So once again, here I'm at a gas station. Now everybody's going to say, well, you're outside, you're not going to get it. Well, you know what? If somebody happens to walk on the other side of that pump and pull up and sneeze, and that wind is blowing just right, there's a chance it's going to drift my way. Be safe. It's so easy to try to cover all the areas. You know, you wear a mask, a tight mask. You wear your glasses. You don't want it to get into your eyes. You know, this is doable, folks. I promise. I promise it's doable if you just pay attention and you just concentrate on protecting yourself and protecting others. And honestly, now that this giant surge has started, I am actually wearing my N95 mask, and over the top of it, I'll wear my Shotokan mask. Now, man, do I feel safe. Woo! You know, it's like, okay, I am protecting myself the best I possibly can, and I have got no worries about it at all. You know, no anxiety. You're going into stores these days and you don't have a mask on, you better believe if your anxiety level's not way up there, there's a connection you're not making there. Because even if you don't care about yourself, what about all the older people that you come in contact with? You know, what about the kids? What about your wife? What about your girlfriend? What about, you know, your boyfriend? What about anybody else that you come in contact with that you could be carrying that virus and you're going to get? So, just be safe. All right. Time to chill and get back on the road trip. I'm on my way to one of my favorite places in the world, Patoka Lake. Me and Mrs. Melissa go there every once in a while. We'll rent us a little boat, go cruising around for the day. We take Sammy the bear doodle. We got a life jacket for him, but he don't like it. He's not a water dog. He's definitely not a Labrador. He's got no Labrador in him, no golden retriever in him. But anyways, I throw him in anyways and swim around with him, and when he's done, he gets back up, and that's all he wants to do. Just sit there on a boat. Okay, I'll show you the lake in just a little bit. One last thing I ought to mention about French Lick is it is home to one of the greatest basketball players. Now, I guess say among the greatest basketball players of all time. The only Larry Bird. That boy was awesome. And that was his hometown. Played for the Celtics forever. Him and McHale, man, they were good. They were good. Paris, yeah, them boys could play some ball. Hey, another thing I wanted to say about road tripping now. You know, I went out today and you know, I'm going around and I'm filming all these places and you know, I can see how somebody might say, hey man, if you're so worried about that virus, how come you're not at home isolating? Well, you know, I do isolate a lot at home. But when I do get out, for instance, like on a trip like this, you know, I'm trying to put this YouTube channel together and I'm trying to make the videos as interesting as I can. And so I'm going to take a little bit of a risk, but you notice right behind me is a big old cooler. And I've got my drinks in that cooler. I've got my lunch over here in a lunch box on the floor. And so basically I am completely self-contained. got to get gas like you just saw just a little bit ago. But besides that, you know, I'm not eating out. I'm not going to drive-through windows. I'm not doing anything like that. So I think you could take a calculated risk and make it work out. So anyways, I just thought I'd throw that in as a little tip these days. If you're gonna be out traveling, take your food and stuff with you. Don't rely on somebody slapping a burger together and you open the package up as you're driving down the road and you eat the virus. Not smart, not smart at all. You know, Miss Melissa was saying to me the other day, we had to make an errand, and she said, you know, you realize it's been like 3 months since we've got something out to eat that's not home cooked, you know, there at the cabin. And we kind of talked about it and said, yeah, you know, okay, burger would be nice. So what we did is we stopped, went through a drive-through, put my mask on, ordered a couple burgers. The lady hands them to me. I hand them to Miss Melissa. She puts them right in the whole bag. She puts it right on the floorboard. Okay, gel her hands, take the mask off, drive home. Bring the bag in. Actually, we brought the bag into the garage. We got a special table set up. I took some Lysol spray and I sprayed the outside of the bag. Then we walked in, opened up the bag, took the burgers out, unwrapped them, and put them on a plate. And I'm looking at Patoka Lakes here on both sides of me right now, so I'm going to pull right up here. And put the burgers on a plate, put them in the microwave, and microwave the heck out of them. You know, if there's any virus left on them at all, by any chance whatsoever, we smoked it and got rid of it. Threw the paper away, washed our hands good, and we ate. Now, that may seem like an extreme thing for a lot of people, but you know what? The virus is everywhere. It's spreading like crazy. Don't mean to yell. So anyways, just protect yourself. Don't go to a drive-thru and expect that the kid behind the counter or the person making that burger didn't like sneeze or something, you know? It may have the virus. I don't know. Okay, Patoka Lake coming up. Okay, I'm here at Patoka Lake. Like I said, Patoka Lake to me is just one of those treasures of southern Indiana that you have to experience. Now in the summertime, it's like most big reservoirs, a lot of boats out there, a lot of boat traffic. But man, you take fall, winter, and spring, it's like there's nobody out here. It's just like paradise out here. So let's take a look at Patoka Lake. Now, I'll come here probably 2 or 3 times in the summertime. Me and Melissa, we bring Sammy. And right back in this area right here, there's a place called Gilligan's. And they've got a boat dock. And you can rent a boat there. And it's nice. It's a lot of fun. Now, if you're going to rent a boat at Gilligan's, Usually you can get a small pontoon boat for like $139 with your taxes and stuff, about 150 bucks, and that's good for all day long. A lot of times, if you want, you can get a bigger boat. You know, that small boat probably holds 6 people. You can get a boat that holds 24 people there. You know, the price goes way up. Probably a 24-person boat would probably be about $500, something like that. But you know what? Rather than own a boat and have to tow it around and store it and keep it all winter and make payments on it and so on and so forth, it's just economical for us to come here, drop a couple $100, have a great time, spend 10 hours out there on the water. When we're done, we're done. You know, we're ready to head home. We don't have to lug it home, anything like that. So it's a lot of fun. So you come to Patoka Lake, you come to southern Indiana, you come to Patoka Lake, look up Gilligan's, and they'll rent you a boat, and you can go out there and have a good time. Heck, they even got boats with with a slide on top of it for the kids. They can get up there and play around and go down the slide 1,000 times if they want. So, a lot of fun. Nice boat out there right now, cruising around. Yeah. The only bad thing is during the weekend. See, it is a Sunday, so the traffic's down. But during the week, you can get out here and there'll be nobody out there. There's a pontoon rental right there. Go out there all day and have fun. Got a shade umbrella over the top of your head. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Here's a good example of how crazy it gets out there though. You can see people are going every which way. And unfortunately, not a lot of them are sober out there. So anyways, if you go, try not to drink. Maybe a beer. You know, make the water safe for everybody else. So when you talk about some of the most fabulous buildings ever built in the United States, and you think about the monuments in New York City and Washington, D.C., and all across the country, but I think this is one of the most less known of all, and it is spectacular. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We're going to take a little walk up there. I'm going to show you some of the brickwork. And true craftsman built this. The monastery. True craftsman. Okay, I just tried to get in the door here. Normally you can walk in and you can walk into the beautiful cathedral inside and look at the brickwork and the tile work, but I've got a feeling because of this surge going on and the COVID-19, everything is shut back down. I know when I do the trail maintenance at Hoosier National Forest that they've shut down. The Tell City district office, the one I work out of, they're shut down again. So I think people are getting scared. First time around they didn't believe it, but now almost everybody's starting to know somebody that's had it, or maybe somebody that's passed away. So it's getting pretty serious. God bless America. Stay with us, be strong. We all have to be strong. You know, I've been in construction my whole life, and I've built a lot of cool things and big buildings and mostly homes. You know, did some commercial work, but nothing like this. The bell's ringing. Nothing like this. How these guys built things like this is just incredible to me. Such a great feat of engineering, and to have tested the time. Some of the graves are shining bright today. I think it's pretty cool to see the honor that was paid to the sisters that have passed. I actually had the honor one time of coming to a funeral, and didn't expect that much. Thought it would be like a normal funeral mass, and then all of a sudden the sisters came in, one after the other. Had to be at least 100 or so, just in solemn praise, prayer. They all filed in, they all lined up in the pews, and just, it was an incredible sight to see. You know, just amazing grace, I guess. Here's some of the dorms of yesteryear. Used to just be full. That was back when I guess the women wanted to become nuns, and now not so much anymore. Changing times. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that little tour of southern Indiana. That was my part 2. You can check out part 1, where I kind of went through Fort Branch, my little hometown, and Princeton, Indiana, and made it all the way to Jasper, and then called it quits for the day, and then came back. Got to love these windows. That is just so cool. Oh, I like the reflection of the clouds in them too. So, I do hope you enjoyed that tour. And I thank you so much for coming by. Capital LAF Film Fest. Capital LAF Space Film Fest. Thank you, thank you, thank you for dropping by. I've got a whole archive of adventures that I'm going to take you on, plus ones like today where I'll just jump in the car and take off and say, hey, let's go exploring today. So, no matter where you live, there's things to see. I don't like it when people say, oh man, I live in X, Y, and Z, and there's nothing to do. Just absolutely nothing to do. Well, you know what? It is what it is. You know, we all can't live in the mountains. We all can't live in the wilderness. We all can't live on the ocean, on the beach. So make the best of it. You know, whatever, wherever you live, seek it out. Find out what's going on. A lot of these places, even today, like Huntingburg, I've never even stopped there before. So to stop and get out and to see how people are taking care of that town and how beautiful it is, that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. So thank you again coming by the channel. If you like this tour, hit that like button. You can subscribe, send me a comment if there's someplace that you think is around this area that you want to know about. I hope you get the chance someday to come to southern Indiana. You know, everybody calls it the flyover state, but hey, if you're flying over and you're not looking down, or especially if you're driving through and not stopping, well, you're missing a lot of things about the country. So anyways, I am going to wrap it up. My battery, I think, is about gone. So I'm going to call it adios. Of course, anybody that follows me knows I always say adios and bam, the camera comes back on for some reason. So, because I think about something else to talk about. Anyways. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next adventure. Peace out. Looks to me like there is residents here. Encouraging sign.